So what you're looking at right there from just a few days ago were pro-Israel supporters. And this is on the same campus where Brian Yennis was reporting from just seconds ago in Columbia. Those pro-Israel supporters faced off with anti-Israel counter-protesters last week. They were banging pots to drown out all the calls to bring home the hostages that the Hamas terrorists are still holding. One of the organizers for the United for Israel March shared some words of peace with the crowd. That very worship leader, Sean Feucht. And Sean, thank you for being on the program. First of all, just describe what it's like to be out there among those people who are shouting, Israel, go to hell, and some of the things that we could hear from different crowds already across the country now.
Yeah, I mean, the vitriol and the violence and the calls for killing of the Jews, the calls for, I mean, we heard it all. And it's unbelievable that this is being allowed to take place, this rot of anti-Semitism on these university campuses. I will say this, there's more that are with us than those that are against us, though. And I think that we showed that a few days ago at Columbia.
Now, when you say that there are more who are with you, at this very hour, we're now waiting for an ultimatum that the school has given the students inside those camps. I made the point they're not all students, so I don't know what they're going to do about some of these reported insurgents who've come in to those very organized and paid-for tents. But they have until 2 p.m. today to get out. What does it look like on that campus that you can see? I know you were outside, really, but you could see where the tents are, I would imagine. You say that you feel like there are more with you. What are you facing as you look into that campus?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we had what many Jewish leaders are saying was the largest pro-Israel march in the history of New York City. We had over 4,000 people with us, according to the NYPD estimates. And I mean, our sounds were drowning out the hate on that campus. And this was a big motivator for me. I wanted America to see, listen, we're not going to stand for this. We're going to, as Christians and Jews, we're going to unite together. And as a believer in Jesus Christ, I'm going to stand with my Jewish brothers and sisters, and we're not going to tolerate this. And so, I want to encourage all Americans out there. It's time for us to rally. It's time for us to show up at these campuses and say enough is enough.
All right, I want to get to this. A hate-filled video resurfaced last week, and it's a post from one of the student leaders at Columbia University's anti-Israel protests. Let's watch this together, Sean.
Zionists don't deserve to live. The same way we're very comfortable accepting that Nazis don't deserve to live. And so, yes, I feel very comfortable calling for those people to die.
That student did apologize for his comments, but Fox News contributor Jonathan Turley points to a bigger picture. Here's a quote from Jonathan. The original radical and hate-filled statements by James are hardly unique in higher education. Administrators, faculty, and admissions committees have fostered this radicalized environment. It is not because radical views are expressed, but the tolerance for opposing views, the purging of faculties of conservatives and dissenting views, and the echo chamber created on campuses, in Jonathan Turley's quote. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I mean, this was the same guy, I believe, that was meeting and being cheered on by AOC. I mean, this is what you're seeing. There's members of Congress. There's members of the higher education that are openly cheering on and championing the hatred of the Jewish people. I mean, we're seeing it right before our very eyes. It's literally, I mean, this is like an end times, situation that we're, entering into where this Nazi-like hatred is arising in America. And this is why we got to stand up and not back down.
It's interesting, this week of Passover, let my people go. Let our people go was what you were cheering out in the streets. I don't think there's a coincidence just in terms of the wording and the timing of that. And we must not lose focus on those hostages. I want to give you just a quick last word.
Yeah, well, the last word is we are coming to the University of Southern California on May the 8th. And this is the next installment of this march. We're going to be gathering on USC's campus, which, they canceled graduation for, a 65,000 person attended graduation because of this nonsense. So we're going to show up on May 8th, which is actually the commemoration of 1945, May 8th, where the Nazis were defeated in Europe. So it's a day of great significance. We'll be there at 5:30. We want to encourage everybody across Southern California and America to join us.
Sean Feucht, bless you. Thank you.